Guten Tag. Hopefully you've already seen the first lesson on the secret of the German language, as I like to call it, and we're going to expound that a little bit further today. So this is the second lesson, lesson 2. There are several other words that function just like der, die, and das, and take all the same endings as der, die, and das. And I like to call them der words, some people call them dieser words, and maybe other teachers have other names for them. I've called them der words, so that's the term I'm going to use, okay? So, you may want to write these down, and here they are. We have dies, jed, and welch. These are the main ones, okay? These are the ones that are used a lot, okay? Now there's a few others that are used a lot less. There's 6 in total, okay? So, dies, you're going to hear all the time. Diese, dieser, okay? This or these, all right? Jed, we use that all the time. Each or every, all right? Jed, jeder, jede, okay? Welch has a question word, okay? Welcher Junge, all right? So, which one, all right? Then these ones are less common. Possibly you'll run into them. Solch, you'll hear it on occasion. It's not as common. Manch, again, less common. Solch is such or such a. Okay, manch, much less common. Mancher, manche. I mean, it does come up, but it's not as common as these first 3. And then one that's quite rare, really, is yen. Yen means that one. And I really only see that in certain pieces of literature, and it seems only older literature too. So I'd almost say forget this one. It's just not really used much anymore. And really, these 3 are the ones to concentrate on. Those are the ones we're really going to use. Okay? So, you remember our sentence like, der Mann ist hier. You know why there's an R, because Mann is masculine and it's the subject, okay? Well, that R will go on the other endings as well. So, dieser Mann ist hier. This man is here. I still need the R because Mann is masculine, it's the subject. So, dieser Mann ist hier. Or, jeder Mann ist hier. Every man's here. Welcher Mann ist here? Which guy is here? Okay? Solcher Mann ist here. Such a man is here. See, that's getting kind of awkward there. Mancher Mann is here. Many a man is here. Well, again, not a very common one. And then jener Mann is here. Rarer still, that you just won't see much. But it exists. So that man is here. That's the idea. It takes the R in that case. What about children? Okay. Well, we know that children is plural. That makes it easy. So the word these in German is going to need the E at the end of it. So we need diese Kinder. And that's what I should have here. Diese, here's the E. Kinder sind hier. Diese Kinder sind hier. Alright? How about this one? Which woman is tall? Okay. Which woman? Woman, of course, is feminine. We're going to need an E again. And that word is welch. We need an E. Welche. Welche Frau ist groß? Welche Frau ist groß? This school is cool. Alright? So, school is Schule. And we learned in the last lesson that if we have a noun that ends with an E, guess feminine. So, and that is correct. So, Schule needs the E, so this is going to need this E right there. Diese Schule. So here we go. Diese Schule ist cool. So, diese Schule. Good. Every boy is awesome. Every boy is awesome. Well, boy is going to be masculine. Even though it ends with an E, it's still masculine. Okay, I'm going to need that R on my every. Okay, therefore, here we go. Jeder Junge ist toll. Okay, jeder. How about this chicken is delicious? Okay, chicken. Do you remember which was masculine, feminine, neuter, or plural? We found out in lesson 1 that chicken's neuter. Alright, so we're going to need an S on the word this. So, dieses, and you can either say Hündchen or Huhn. Okay. I'd probably say Hündchen. Okay. Ist lecker. How about one more? Such a teacher. Wow. Is wonderful. So I know this teacher that passes out candy to every student. So such a teacher is wonderful. Again, kind of an awkward sentence, but that's okay. Let's go with a female teacher just to mix things up a little bit. So if it's a female teacher, I'm going to need this E right here, and that'd be solche. Solche Lehrerin ist wunderbar. Again, kind of a weird sentence, but hey, there you go. Now that you know this, let's go on to this next row, the accusative, all right? The accusative is mostly a direct object, although it can be more. It's going to be objects of prepositions and perhaps even a few other things, okay? But what is a direct object? And please don't tell me a direct object is that thing that the orchestra conductor has in his hand. No, that's not a direct object, okay? What is that definition? A direct object receives the direct action of the verb. Well, you say, oh, that's great. Well, what does that mean? This is the way I like to say it, just to make it easier for my students to understand. It's what's being verbed. What's being verbed, okay? So I see the man, right? There's a sentence. What is being verbed? What's being seen, okay? Not who's seeing, that's the subject. What's being verbed, that's the man, okay? He's being seen, he's being verbed, he's receiving the direct action of the verb, therefore, man in that sentence is going to be the accusative, okay? Well, when you have a direct object or something that is accusative, then you're going to need to use this row over here. So, that one is going to put us here. We had der Mann ist hier in our first lessons, okay? That's the subject, so my R for der Mann ist hier. But now if I see the man, we've kicked the word man now to the next row, the direct object row, the accusative row. So I need this N right there. So I can't say R anymore now that he's not the subject. See, he's the direct object, so I need this N right there. That's how this chart works, okay? Ich sehe den Mann, okay? That's the idea right there. And similarly, you would go through the other ones like this. Ich sehe die Frau, feminine. Ich sehe das Kind, which is neuter. And ich sehe die Kinder, which is plural. Those are all functioning as the direct object. And all of those other der words function here as well. Ich sehe diesen Mann. Ich sehe jede Frau. Ich sehe dieses Kind. Ich sehe solche Kinder. Okay? So I can use any of those der words, dieser, jeder, welcher, etc., and get all these endings here. So let's try a practice one, okay? Hund is a dog that's masculine, and he's functioning as the subject, okay? So I want to say this dog greets every cat, okay? This dog greets every cat. Stupid sentence. I like stupid sentences. All right. So dog is masculine. He's the subject. We need an R right there. Dieser. So these are Hund. And then grüßt is greets. A Katze ends with an E. So what's your guess going to be of the gender? Gender is going to be feminine, and that's a good guess. That is correct. If you see the E on a noun, guess feminine, you get it right 9 out of 10 times or better. Okay? So, but how is it functioning? Is it the subject or the direct object? In this case, the cat is being greeted, so the cat is the direct object here. Of course, it wouldn't really make a big difference in this particular case, but it's nice to know what's the correct answer. It's this E, not this E, because this E is better. Don't you forget it. Okay, so jeder. There we go. Dieser Hund grüßt jede Katze. Continuing. Okay. Junge, again, is every boy looks at this girl, is what I want to say. So, every boy looks at this girl. Technically, this could also be plural. I'm not going to go there right now. Let's just go with every boy looks at this girl. Now, what's the subject? Subject is boy, okay? Boy is masculine and is the subject, which is R. So I'm going to need that R right there. Now, what's being looked at? This girl. Alright, so the girl is neuter. We saw that because CHEN makes it neuter. Okay, and she's being looked at. Therefore, that puts her as the direct object. It's this S right there, dieses. Okay, so jeder Junge schaut dieses Mädchen an. Again, technically this could be plural, but I'm telling you it's singular, so there we go. Let's try some translations. The man kisses the woman. There we go. We know that man is the subject. Woman is being kissed, so therefore she's the direct object. Okay? She's receiving the action of the verb. She's being verbed. So, the man kisses the woman. Man is masculine. There's our subject, der. Der Mann küsst. Woman is feminine. Okay? She's being kissed. She's the direct object, so she's going to be this E right there. Die Frau. So, der Mann küsst die Frau. Did you get that? Hope so. Let's see. How about this teacher, and we'll go with the male teacher, buys such a pen. Again, silly sentence. So, if we're going with the male teacher, he's obviously the subject. That puts this R. So, this takes an R. Dieser Lehrer kauft. Right, kauft. Pen is Kuli or Kugelschreiber. Okay? Kugelschreiber ends with ER, and you're going to find out that a lot of nouns, not every one, but quite a few nouns that end with ER, guess masculine, you'll get it right probably 8 out of 10 times. So we're going to go with masculine on this one. However, it's what's being bought, therefore the pen is going to be the direct object. So this such a is going to need an end with this N right there. So solchen, Kugelschreiber or Kuli. Okay, so dieser Lehrer kauft solchen Kuli. There we go. How about this one? Many children kick the bucket. Well, there's a sentence for you, right? Children, of course, is plural. That makes it quite easy. And they're the subject, these children. So we're going to need this E right there. So manche Kinder treten. What was bucket? Well, that's Eimer, if you remember, Eimer. And Eimer ends with ER. So what's your guess going to be about that gender? That guess is going to be masculine. Okay? So, and the bucket is what's being kicked. That puts it as a direct object. So we're going to go with this N there for the word the. So manche Kinder treten den Eimer. There we go. Manche Kinder treten den Eimer. And of course, kick the bucket doesn't mean die in German like it does in English. So just, you're actually kicking an actual bucket. All right. So, let's continue on here. Now, another gem that you may want to write down in your notes, if you're taking notes, here it is. Most nouns that end in ER are masculine. Eimer for quiet, for computer, and so forth. Not every one, but quite a few. So if you see an ER noun, guess masculine, you'll get that right in more cases than not. So, this was lesson 2. There are 7 more to go, and I'll see you at the next lesson.